Good evening. I'm the Reverend Ephraim Al Smalls,
And I'm Jack Kelly.
and we are both proud members of the Westchester County Youth Board.
Tonight, we're going to be honoring outstanding young people for their exemplary service to our county.
Exactly, Jack. And we have lined up for you some wonderful entertainment from youth artists and others, and we'll also have words from our county executive.
But wait a minute, we need to first introduce Dr. Damia Harris-Madden, the Executive Director of the Westchester County Youth Bureau.
Welcome to the 2021 Youth Service Awards. I am Dr. Damia Harris-Madden, the Executive Director of the Westchester County Youth Bureau, a division of the Westchester County Executive's Office. Tonight, we present, in collaboration with our wonderful youth board, 6 outstanding honorees who are doing tremendous volunteer work within our communities. We champion these young people because we recognize that they have demonstrated leadership and resilience, and we honor them tonight. I would be remiss in pointing out some of the key features of these young people. Not only are they strong students, but they also volunteer to help seniors, help other young people, help with technology, food insecurity, and the list goes on. So, we thank you for tuning in, and at this point, we really appreciate your support. So I'd like to introduce our biggest champion, our champion for youth, Mr. George Latimer, County Executive.
I'm Westchester County Executive George Latimer. I'm very proud to recognize the 6 honorees for this year's Youth Service Awards for our Westchester County Youth Bureau. This year, more than ever, we saw our young stars rise. Our young people have demonstrated leadership, strength, and resiliency in the face of adversity during this COVID-19 pandemic. I want to congratulate each and every one of them for outstanding service and dedication to the community. From assisting seniors in food drives to serving as peer educators, each of you remained civically engaged and helped lift the community during a dark time. Thank you, Jaquel, Akira, Nishta, Anika, Vivian, and Harshita for taking the initiative, demonstrating outstanding character, and empowering each other in the community to take care of each other for generations to come. Congratulations, well deserved.
Thanks so much, County Executive Latimer. And now we'll hear it from members of the Board of Legislators.
Hello, this is Westchester County Legislator Mary Jane Shimsky. I am so pleased that the Westchester County Youth Board chose to honor Nishta Nandakumar this year. Nishta is a super volunteer. Whenever she sees a need, she gets organized and she gets going. She has helped organizations and individuals in need. She has helped good causes, both here and abroad. Time does not permit me to list all of the great causes that Nishta has helped. We need all the Nishtas in the world we can get. And I want to thank you very much, Nishta, for all of the good you're doing in our community and for all the good you will continue to do as you grow up and become a powerful adult. I'd also like to give a shout out to the India Center of Westchester for the great work they do mentoring so many of our school children in their volunteer pursuits. Congratulations and thank you to Nishta and all of our honorees.
Hi, I'm County Legislator Christopher Johnson. The youth throughout Westchester County contribute numerous volunteer hours in their communities. The Westchester County Youth Board received many nominations from all of Westchester, highlighting efforts that our teenagers are putting forth. Tonight's honorees represent the best of Westchester, from Mount Vernon, Yonkers, Scarsdale, Chappaqua, and Greenburgh. Those communities are better for having these youth involved. These youth saw a need in their communities and answered that need with innovative ideas, hours of their time, and gave back. The work that these youth do encompass themes that are foundations of positive youth development, such as economic security, physical and emotional health, education and civic engagement, and the community at large. This work impacts not only the people they work directly with, but also a secondary group, those that will come behind them, benefiting from what those being honored tonight have taught them. This is the mission of positive youth development, and these youth are stepping stones for the next generation that will come along and benefit from their efforts, not to mention the example they are setting for many adults too. Congratulations and well done to each of the honorees.
Jaquel Hancock lives in the city of Mount Vernon and is a senior at Mount Vernon High School. Jaquel has been a member of the Boys and Girls Club of Mount Vernon since the age of 7. Currently, he is president of the Keystone Club there. The Keystone Club is a youth-led group that raises funds and contributes to community-focused activities. He organized his peers and took pre-packaged meals to the shelters and nursing homes last Thanksgiving and Christmas. Jaquel helped create posters and door hangers for seniors in nursing homes with messages that conveyed their value to the community. Over the years, Jaquel has blossomed into a leader and hopes to inspire other youth to speak up in their communities. His nominator, Sandy Nareen of the Boys and Girls Club of Mount Vernon, wrote that Jaquel Hancock is talented, ambitious, and is a beacon of hope with a bright future ahead of him.
Hello, my name is Jaquel Hancock, and I want to begin by saying thank you to Westchester County Youth Board and Barrow for selecting me to receive this award. And thank you to the Boys and Girls Club of Mount Vernon and my mentor, Ms. Nareen. This award means a lot to me. Growing up, I never thought I would be able to achieve or give back to my community as much as I have this last year. A year ago, I decided that it is important to me to let people across the county know of the situation that youth growing up in poverty face. And so I ran for the Boys and Girls Club of Mount Vernon Youth of the Year competition. I won, and I am currently the youth ambassador for our club. I want to use my platform to engage youth like me, not to feel embarrassed, but to stand up and let people know about what they go through. I want to share some things with you. It is always important to be honest with yourself. It is only if you're honest with yourself that you can come across as being authentic. And lastly, try to see the positivity in things even when you feel hopeless. I say these things because we all have issues and challenges. But until we are honest to ourselves about who we are never going to change or keep on track to achieve our goals. I have reading challenges. I know this. I used to feel sorry for myself, but then I realized that I have other strengths. Growing up in Mount Vernon is automatically a strength. I have learned so much from Mount Vernon. It taught me how to be observant, how to never judge a book by its cover, and how to stand your ground. These are qualities that people in business must have. So we got it. We also have a voice. We can make a difference. We need to find out what we are passionate about and stand up and speak out.
Akira Manning attends Rye Lake Campus High School and lives in Mount Vernon. Akira has been a peer educator for the Mount Vernon Youth Bureau Comprehensive Adolescent Pregnancy Prevention CAP program for the past 3 years. Her primary role is to complete all CAP health trainings, in addition completing the trainings for both the Be Proud, Be Responsible evidence-based programs and Making Proud Choices. Miss Manning is a methodical and thorough young woman who focuses on every challenge or task that has been placed before her, managing multiple tasks and meeting the required deadlines. She helped plan Mount Vernon's first annual Let Your Color Shine LGBTQ Pride event on June 24th, 2021. She is passionate about body image and body positivity and is working with a group of her peers to create social media content in the form of a public service announcement. Her nominator, Keisha Kenley from the Mount Vernon CAP program, wrote in her nomination that Akira has the determination and will to excel at any endeavor she chooses to undertake.
First, I'd like to thank the Westchester County Youth Board and Youth Bureau for the Youth Service Award. In addition, I would like to thank an incredible role model and inspiring woman who made this all possible, my nominator, Keisha Kenley. I would also like to thank my mom, Latoya Benjamin, who has supported me through every inch of me supporting my community. I felt it was my responsibility to partake in the role of addressing the issues in my community because who else better than someone who has actually been negatively affected by the community? Body image, mental health issues, bullying, and more are all things that I have been affected by. And the way that I overcame being in a sunken place with these things is by being more socially and emotionally aware on these topics. Knowing that I'm not the first or last to be going through this has helped, and that's perfectly normal. As youth, the general idea is to just not talk about these issues and to seem too cool to be affected by it. But my mission is to make the youth around me see that being open about these issues makes you strong and a leader. Every adult was once a child, and through social media and many other ways, we were taught hate and intolerance as a supplement for internalized fear. I'm here today to remind you that the same way hate is taught, it can be untaught. Children are born with unconditional love, and so when you are given the opportunity to teach, no matter how bad your lessons learned may have been, nurture the love already instilled in your own and peers' hearts and minds. Thank you.
Tonight, we are in for a wonderful treat with a performance by Selah Armstrong, a junior at White Plains High School. She will be singing Feeling Good by Nina Simone.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Oh, breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. Oh, dragonfly out in the sun, you know what I mean, don't you know? Butterflies all having fun, you know what I mean. Oh, sleep in peace when day is done, that's what I mean. And this old world is a new world and a bold world for me, and I'm feeling good. Oh, I'm feeling good. Oh, stars when you shine, you know how I feel. Set in the night, you know how I feel. Oh, freedom is mine, and I know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. Oh, I'm feeling so good.
Nisha Nandakumar lives in Scarsdale and attends Edgemont High School. Nisha's signature volunteer project is her annual food drive done every January for Feeding Westchester during their off-season. In the summer of 2020, moved by the national awakening to systemic racism, she co-founded Baking for Black Lives Matter. She baked and sold items with all proceeds going to Black Lives Matter and the NAACP Legal Defense Fund. She helped coordinate Westchester's Got Talent, a virtual fundraiser with all proceeds going towards sponsoring orphans in India, especially to build girls' restrooms in village public schools, which is an urgent need there. Her nominator, Amita Ajmera, president of the India Center of Westchester, wrote in her nomination form that Nisha has impressed me with her unwavering commitment to community service, her ability to initiate and execute goal-oriented volunteer projects, and her leadership skills.
Thank you so much to the Westchester County Youth Board and Youth Bureau for this immense honor. Thank you to Amita Ajmera, the president of the India Center of Westchester, for nominating me, and to Dr. Nirmala Khanna, the head of the Community Service Chapter at the India Center, for being such an amazing and inspirational mentor to me over these past 6 years, and for guiding me through my service journey. One of my biggest values has always been the equality of opportunity for all. Regardless of race, religion, socioeconomic status, gender and sexual orientation, or neurodiversity. From a young age, I knew that all the service projects I wanted to do were going to be based on this very value. It shocked me that even in Westchester, which I had always thought was a very wealthy community, there was still so much wealth disparity, and I knew I needed to do something about it. Sankranti is an Indian harvest festival that happens during January or February of each year. I decided to do a food drive for Feeding Westchester then because it's the off-season of donations, and their reserves dry up right after the holidays. Over the last 4 years, I've donated over 4,000 pounds or 2 tons. And as I was thinking about more ways to create more impact for my 2021 drive because of COVID, I decided to reach out to Westchester-based corporations. I'm deeply appreciative of MasterCard for donating $2,500 in my honor to Feeding Westchester, amounting to around 7,500 meals. When the BLM movement gained traction in summer of 2020, I got an overwhelming urge to do whatever I could to help this movement that was so in line with my core values. I co-founded Baking for BLM, born out of my love for baking and my burn to help the movement however I could. We made over 1,600 baked goods and donated over $4,100 to the NAACP Legal Defense Fund and to the Black Lives Matter organization. To show our gratitude for the healthcare workers who had been fearlessly putting their lives on the line every day to keep us safe, we donated over 800 baked goods to local hospitals, such as the White Plains Hospital, Kings Harbor Nursing Home, and Lincoln Hospital in the Bronx, which was one of the hardest hit hospitals by COVID. Finally, we worked with a local lawyer to teach a kid who had been negatively impacted by racism in the justice system to bake. I'm so grateful that I was able to have a triple impact on our community through this project. Thank you so much again to the Westchester County Youth Board for this honor. These years of service have opened my eyes to how much work still needs to be done to get rid of the disparities in our own community, country, and world, fueling the fire within me further to continue my service efforts and stay true to my value of equality of opportunity for all. Thank you.
Vivian Navarrete attends Saunders High School and lives in Yonkers. Vivian commits much of her free time to Yonkers Partners in Education, YPI. Vivian has remained a steadfast presence in the YPI Tech Squad program, devoting almost all of her free time and weekends to ensure the technology needs of seniors in her community are met. This summer, Vivian served as an intern for the Yonkers Neighbor Naturally Occurring Retirement Community, where she aided senior clients in person and even hosted bingo events for them at the Will Library. Her nominator, Genevieve Thevenin from YPI, wrote, "Vivian is an exemplary young person who cares deeply for supporting community members in need. She embodies the values and spirit of the service that the Westchester Youth Board Youth Service Awards represent, and she would be an outstanding recipient of this award."
I would love to give a big thank you to the Westchester County Youth Bureau and Board for acknowledging me for this youth award. I would like to also thank Yonkers Partners in Education for nominating me for this award because this was a great opportunity, specifically Genevieve Thevenin and also my college readiness manager, Jacob Schofield, and would like to give a big thank you to Saunders High School for every bit of support that I've been given from there. I am a person who likes to help anyone, whether the task is big or small. When I saw that there was opportunities to help seniors out, I jumped right onto the opportunity because I really wanted to make a difference. It was such a pleasure to work with the YPI Tech Squad and also the seniors because they were so patient with me, and it helped me gain the confidence to help them out. And basically, I would just do it again if I could because it was such a pleasure and it made me really happy.
And now I'd like to introduce Kosta Kimlet, an interactive magician who has circled the globe performing close-up magic and mentalism on TV and stage. Enjoy the show.
Hello, everybody. It's nice to see you. My name is Kosta Kimlat. it is a pleasure to be here with all of Westchester County youth and our honorees. You are all amazing people, and my job today is to make sure we all have fun together. I'm a magician. I'm going to be doing some virtual magic for you. You'll need a pack of playing cards, so make sure you get one. It doesn't have to be a full deck. You'll need a deck of playing cards for one of the magic tricks we're going to do. We also have many of you joining us in my studio audience, and I'll be pulling some of you in to participate in a magic in just a moment. But to get us started, what I did is I took a deck of playing cards and I wrote on the edge of the deck, and I'll show you, it looks a little funky. It's all mixed up because I shuffled up the cards. I went a little crazy. And then when I was done shuffling, I took that Sharpie marker, I wrote another word on the other side, and I haven't shuffled them since. Now, I know this may look like chaos to you, but it's not, because chaos is actually on the other side. That's right, you can see chaos written on the edge of the deck, and you can see all the cards mixed up: diamonds, clubs, hearts, spades, and that allows me to share this message with all of you. See, for the last year and a half, my friends, we've had a lot of chaos. We've had global chaos, we've had regional chaos, we've had local chaos. In fact, if I shuffle these cards, perfectly weaving them into each other, then the word chaos becomes, well, a little more chaotic. But every one of us has an ability to change our perspective, change what we look at and how we look at things. And if I were just to turn this deck around, I would begin to see something completely different. I begin to see the word opportunity appear on the edge of the deck, written on there exactly 4 times, and you can see the cards still mixed up: diamonds, clubs, hearts, spades. Now, I'll keep shuffling the cards. I'll keep reprogramming the message that is on the edge of the deck, because during this time of chaos, every one of us has reacted to it differently. For some, this chaos was an opportunity to rest and relax. For some, it's been an opportunity to reinvent and re-energize themselves. Now, all of you decided to make a big difference in your communities. You stepped out of the chaos, and instead you focused on the changes and the differences that you can make in your community. And that's how you discovered the opportunities that are there before you to make a big difference. Now, my friends, it's not an easy choice that you made. And every one of us has to make this choice consciously when we wake up, to shift from the chaos that surrounds us to the opportunities that are there before us. But when we do that, just like you did, then that opportunity to change the world becomes crystal clear. Now, not only that, my friends, but when you focus on the opportunities before you, everything else starts to come into place. Everything starts to fall into order. Even this deck of playing cards that I've been shuffling is now back in order. And not just any order, but brand new deck order. With all of the hearts, all of the clubs, all of the diamonds, and all of the spades. That's right, ace through king of spades coming together. Thank you very much. I hear you celebrating in your homes right now. Now, of course, something else happens, right? After order, what do we have? Well, more chaos once again. I know it's kind of a weird paradox, but there's a difference between the chaos that happens to us and the chaos that we create ourselves, the opportunities that we create ourselves from within the chaos. Now, if I were to take some of these cards and I were to turn them around, I would be reprogramming the message that is on the edge of the deck. Now, some might say, well, why mess with perfection? And that's because there's something more important than perfection, and that's progress. And my friends, all of you have made tremendous progress. Your values and your initiatives, your leaderships have led you to help others around you. And because of that, in this time of chaos, you made a positive difference in your community. My friends, you made a difference for all of those people around you and for the entire county of Westchester. Yes, my friends. And for that, you should be immensely proud of yourselves. I want to congratulate you, and it really is a pleasure to be spending time with you today with all of Westchester County youth and the honorees. I'm so excited to be doing magic for all of you, and now it's time for you to play along and be a part of the magic as well. It's time to make the magic happen in your hands, and all you need for this is your deck of playing cards. Now, I'll be using my deck of cards here, and all you need is 9 playing cards. So you don't need a full deck, you just need 9 cards, and I want you to take those out right now, 7, 8, 9 cards. Once you've got those 9 cards in front of you, I want you to shuffle them up. Now, you don't need a full deck of cards. I don't play with a full deck. Just grab whatever cards you've got and lay those out in front of you, my friends. And we also have a studio audience that is following along with us. So everyone watching from home, we're going to make the magic happen in your hands right now. I hope you've got your cards in your hands. And then we have a few of you that we've been able to pipe in and bring into our video feed. Let me say hello to our wonderful studio audience right here. We have Ashley and Michaela and Tara and Liam and Annika and Harshita and Dr. Damia and Mary Kate. We are here hanging out. If you've got your pack of playing cards, give me a little wave if you've got your pack of cards. Fantastic. Look, you are all participating, ready to play. Very, very simple. As long as you follow instructions, we're going to make the magic happen in your hands right now. To start off with, we're going to be in the same place. You're all going to spread your 9 cards out on the table, and you're going to raise up your second card, the card that is second from the left. You're going to remember that card. Now, for me, it's an ace of spades. If it's an ace of spades for you, ta-da, thank you, good night. No, okay, maybe not, but maybe it is, doesn't matter. I want you to start by remembering the card that is yours, that is second from the left. When you've done that, push that card back in so it stays in the same exact place, and then square up all the cards together. Now, I want you to turn them face down for me, and we're going to start by having to deal 1 card for every letter of your name. So, for example, if your name is Liam, you're going to spell L, I, A, and M. Okay, that's 4 cards. If your name is Liam, you spell it that way. If your name is Tara, it's T-A-R-A, you've got it also. Anika, A-N-I-K-A, all right? If we've got a Michael or a Sebastian, M-I-C-H-A-E-L, we should have enough cards for everybody. When you're done, I want you to square up those cards, take the remaining cards in your hands, and drop them on top of the ones that you have dealt. And hopefully we are doing great so far. Haven't lost any of you yet. Pick up those cards for me. And this time you're going to deal 1 card for every letter of my name. Now everyone pronounces it differently, but it's 6 letters long. So deal K-O-S-T-Y-A. And deal 6 cards down onto the table for me. And when you're done, I want you to take the remaining cards and drop them right there on top. All right? Once you've got that, square up all the cards. That is perfect, my friends. And the last thing I want you to do, I want you to deal a card down onto the table. And then another one, and go as far as you like. You stop whenever you want to. I don't even want to know where it is you have, how many cards you have left, but whatever is left in your hand, drop the remaining cards on top. All right? That's all you have to do, my friends. The hard work is done. Now, how do we go about uniting all of us here together? Real simple. I want you to take the top 3 cards of your packet, and I want you to wave them in the air for me, just like this. Give them a little wave. In fact, let's get over to our studio shot to see how our studio audience is doing right over here. I want you all to do the same. I want everyone to wave your hands like this and wave the cards right in the air. You're all doing great. You know what this does? Absolutely nothing. But it looks really good from here. It looks really awesome. I love when you do that. Actually, what it does is, if it does anything, it tells me that your card is not in your hands right now. So I want you to take the cards you're holding and toss those to the side. You do not need those. I promise you, your card is not in there. Let's continue on. Take the next 2. Everyone following along from home, do the same thing. Take those 2 cards, wave them in the air, wave them in the air. And right now, I'm feeling confident. Yeah, no one is holding on to their cards. Get rid of those 2 cards as well. Your card is not in there, I promise you, as well. Let's go for the next one, just the next one. Take that next card and give it a little wave. Give it a little wave for me. Give it a little wave. And no, that's surprising. Usually this works by now, but that's okay. Drop that next one down. We only have 3 cards left. We are moving along, my friends. Let's continue on. Take the next one. Give that one a little wave. And Ashley, you're doing great. Liam, you're doing great. Anika, maybe. Tara, no. You know what? No, that one's not in there too. Get rid of that one. You got 2 left. My friends, moving on. Take the next one. Give that one a little wave. And Michaela, yes. And Tara, yes. And Harshita, yes. And Mary Kate, I think you got it. See, in my hand right now is my ace of spades, which means if this worked for you, in your hand should be your card right now. I'm going to unmute you and wave your hand. Did it work for you? You got the ace of hearts. You got the queen of spades. I love it. I love your energy. I love your applause. And I want to thank you all so much for participating. I hope you all got to enjoy it. And I hope everyone watching at home got to enjoy it. So thank you so much, studio audience. Give me a little wave.
Anika Puri lives in Chappaqua and attends Horace Greeley High School. Anika is founder of Mozarts, a nonprofit organization with a mission to inspire girls and underrepresented minorities in the fields of computer science and artificial intelligence with humanistic and hands-on applications. Anika volunteered to hold Mozart workshops at the Yonkers Riverfront Library. Her workshops do not require any prior programming experience. She teaches AI and neural networks from the basics through its integration with art and music, creating neural art pieces. Editions of her workshop have touched on topics such as racial justice and the racial inequities within artificial intelligence and technology. Our nominator, Christine Battetti of the Yonkers Public Library, states that her workshops are exciting and are so crucial at a time when AI is changing everything around us. Her nominator, Christine Battetti of the Yonkers Public Library, stated that Anika's Mozart workshops are engaging and exciting, and that they are so crucial at a time when AI is changing everything around us.
Thank you so much to the Westchester County Youth Board and Youth Bureau for this amazing opportunity and honor. I would like to give a big thanks to my mentor and technology coordinator at the Yonkers Library, Christine Battisti, for nominating me for this honor and her continued guidance and support. I organized my first workshop at the Yonkers Library, and she's seen my journey from the very beginning 2 years ago. I founded Mozart with the goal of inspiring other young women like myself to learn about artificial intelligence and its humanistic applications through music and art. During the COVID-19 pandemic, I became more aware of just how staggering the gap in educational equity was. Mozart enabled me to explore topics relevant to today, like mental health, racial, and educational inequity. It was the summer of 9th grade year when we were first immersed in the world of technology and witnessed firsthand AI's use and application to its social impact. Initially, my enthusiasm for AI lay in naive faith in its limitless possibilities for social good. I never considered that it could have negative implications on the very people it was designed to help. Natural human biases prevalent in our society have been baked into data, and because AI is a technology built completely around data, it can actually reinforce some of the worst aspects of our society. The lack of diversity among the people who create artificial intelligence and in the data they use to train it has created huge shortcomings in this technology. Women and people of color need to be leaders at the forefront of artificial intelligence to ensure it creates an equitable future. Art is a universal language that ignites in us creative sensations like no other. As artists, we harness many of the same skills that scientists aim to teach computers through AI, memory, language, understanding, and pattern recognition. As an artist and harpist myself, I hope to be able to inspire others about our AI through its humanistic and creative applications. Most importantly, I would like to give a big shout out to all the students who have joined me on this journey, as I've learned so much from each and every one of them. Thank you so much again for this amazing honor.
Harshita Shait attends Woodlands High School and lives in Greenburgh. In early 2018, Harshita initiated the campaign called Feminine Dignity, with the goal of collecting feminine hygiene products for women and girls in need, and to spread awareness of women and girls suffering without access to feminine hygiene products. As a young teenage girl, she realized the importance of this issue and explored ways to help other teen girls and women, as globally nearly 1.2 billion women lack access to feminine hygiene products, and locally, products are not readily available to all shelters and prisons due to a lack of funding and donations. Harshita is also the founder of Teen Girls India Center Forum, which brings together teen girls to help each other and help their communities. She has organized seminars through this forum in various subjects, such as high school study habits, college preparation, and healthy lifestyles, benefiting a wide range of young people in the county. Her nominator, Dr. Nimala Khanna, coordinator of Helping Hands Community Service, chapter of India Center of Westchester, wrote, "She is an inspiration to the younger children in our organization and community."
Hello, I'm Harshita Shait. I am a senior at Woodlands High School. I am the founder of Feminine Dignity, a feminine hygiene product drive-in campaign. I would like to begin by thanking the Westchester County Youth Board and Youth Bureau for this Youth Service Award and for recognizing myself along with other youth for taking steps closer and closer to a safer and better world. I would also like to thank Dr. Nirmala Khanna for nominating me for this award and for always being there to support me every step of the way. My parents always taught me about giving back to those who are less fortunate. Whenever you have the capability, help without hesitation, which influenced me to start volunteering at a very young age. But then I came to the realization, After so many years, I participated in so many drives. As a teenage girl, I noticed I have never participated in a drive for feminine hygiene products. I did some research and found out that globally, over 1.2 billion women lack access to this basic necessity. Locally, shelters and correction facilities are not provided with this basic necessity, and internationally, refugee camps are not provided with feminine hygiene products. Many people do not recognize the cruciality of these products. They are as important as food and water. Females live with huge mental burden and are even forced to miss work and school due to the lack of this necessity. From then onwards, I knew I needed to make a change. I received a lot of support from the local community and organizations. From the start of my campaign and drive, we have been able to donate over 20,000 feminine hygiene products to shelters around Westchester. With all of the support and dedication, we are able to help those in need and ultimately continue our final goal to make this global issue of lack of feminine hygiene products known to the world. This will get us closer to finally overcome this and have no woman or girl struggle to have their own feminine dignity. Thank you, and congratulations to the other recipients.
So what do you think, Reverend Smalls?
That was awesome. We have so many amazing young people. Their gifts and their commitment to service, oh, it's just so impressive. And what about Selah Armstrong? Thank you so much for offering your gifts and talents tonight.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Everyone was outstanding. We want to congratulate all of the awardees again. We want to thank their parents for their continued support and thank everyone for tuning in tonight.
Be well.